Super late start today. I didn't even think I was gonna record anything, but here we are. It's just been feeling like that lately, like in a funk. Don't really want to record shit. Don't want to review shit. It's a pretty reoccurring thing. Happens to me fairly often. It'll pass. It's just brutal when it happens. Today I'm using the janky ass Lico hybrid. Using my UA lifters. Still feel so weird in these shoes. That's so weird. I like turned my body as I was standing up. Like these have opened up and they've become really wide. There's plenty of room for my toes to splay. But the way that the inside is shaped, because there's such a big like arch, as it feels like it wants to shift my big toe inwards instead of letting it just press straight down. Such a weird feeling shoe. Okay, here's our first working set. Oh, that was weird. Totally bashed that one with my hips. A little bit better. That's okay. This bar just doesn't fucking spin. Should not be missing 155 like that. Yeah, my knee. It's like jumper's knee. Pain right in front of my knee joint, right under my knee. Yeah, here's the last set, 170, using the Lou Cerakote E1. Has basically no knurling, but I mean, it spins way better than that bar did. This is like on the end of Lou's equipment company, and they were cool until they weren't cool. Okay, what the fuck happened there? Yeah, this company, like they had the best value for their stuff. The quality of the stuff is good. And then they completely just fucking disappeared. I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. Fucking bang that one out. Huge jump forward. Okay, well that's it for the snatching today. Okay, next up is the Pongo bar from Gorila Fitness, Canadian company. So this is their first signature piece of equipment for Pat Vellner. I feel like they're gonna come out with more. I mean, if they're gonna say that this is the first one, then I would assume that there will be a second and a third and whatnot. So this is a Shorty bar, obviously. It's a 70-inch bar, and it is not rackable. I think the space between the sleeves is like 40 something inches, but yeah, it is definitely not rackable, which kind of sucks, you know, to some people. Like if you wanted a versatile bar for a small space, then, you know, this is not the bar for you. But if you're somebody that wanted more loadable area on the sleeve, then this would be the bar for you. It is a 28 millimeter diameter shaft. It's got 190 kpsi tensile strength, and then it has 2 needle bearings, 1 bushing per sleeve. Pretty standard stuff. And the coating is bright zinc. It only comes in 1 flavor. if you've never used a Shorty bar before, you're in for a friggin' surprise because of how stiff they are. Like, weight feels much heavier on a Shorty bar than a normal bar. Just, there's no whip, no oscillation, so that bar will feel like a ton of bricks coming down on top of you. I got some heavy squat cleans today, so pray for my collarbone. It's 35 pounds because obviously it's a little bit smaller or in dimensions. You have to accommodate for that. The knurling starts like really far in, and there's not a lot of space in between the knurling. So like if you had a wide if you had a normal deadlift stance and you're conventional, this thing is gonna give you some racing stripes up your legs. If you're cleaning, for sure gonna give you some racing stripes, but I don't really like that about it. And another thing about it is that these markings don't match any standard. They're not IPF standard, they're not IWF standard. So when you go to grab this bar, these will fool you into thinking that's where you normally grip. Like this would be my normal clean grip and it's right inside those markings. So, I mean, even though they would have to push these out and it would probably interfere with some people's snatch grip, like it would make more sense to do that than to have them in a random spot on the bar. And then I would definitely get rid of this knurling in the middle here too, because like it's a good amount closer. I mean, if one little mishap and boom, you're gonna get your shins pretty bad. Give them some nice racing stripes. Oh, so this is not a good situation. I can't even use this bar here because it's gonna land on my platform. It's gonna land on the wood and I don't want it to splinter. Once again, because it is short. Okay, well I guess I'll do a couple cleans to see what it feels like. See, I mean, even here, I wanna grab more similar to my normal grip, but if I grab like that, then I'm like super narrow. Because you use those markings so often to grab the bar, it's confusing. Oh my God. That is actually kind of scary, like how heavy 125 feels. Does not feel like 125. It also has that feeling that it's heavier because everything's more centered. It's like more directly on top of you. Okay. Don't be a bitch. Just clean it. Dude, that is gnarly. Another thing that I'm noticing too is that the knurling is closer in. So close, it's like right on your shoulders. Like that, if you're going shirtless, that's gonna freaking wreck you. Or I mean, some people will be like, oh, it gives you more grip, but I value my skin. I mean, at the end of the day, I can't even really use it in here because I'm gonna demolish my platform. Granted, I probably won't be cleaning every single one like that. I'm scared to drop this down and clean the next one because of how stiff this bar is. Yeah, we'll use the next option, the Rogue C70, and this one's got real short sleeves, so I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get that weight on. But this one has a full-size shaft, so I can drop it, and it'll be fine. But man, this one, I'm not even sure I'm gonna get all the weight on. I'm just losing steam, man. Like 135 should not feel like that. Just like crushing me right now. So I'll just call it a day. No one to call it. It's just too late.